Hey guys, it's your boy D Valo back with some more boxing. Deontay Wilder should fight Joseph Parker this summer unification fight. This fight will probably not happen though because Deontay Wilder, in fact no, Joseph Parker is tied up. He has to fight Hughie Fury. Fury pulled out of the fight between Parker, complaining of a back injury. That fight still will happen though in the foreseeable future. I'm not sure when. Training camps are about 3 months. So in 3 months' time, we'll see this fight. Joseph Parker also needs time to train after fighting that fringe contender. There was a lot of boxing politics going on, and I will explain a bit. Deontay Wilder also has to fight Bermane Stiverne, who is his mandatory challenger for the WBC. He tried to give Stiverne some money. He said to him, look, take it. I don't really want to fight. I want a unification fight now. Take the money. Cool. But Bermane Stiverne said, no, I don't want your cash. I want the fight. He wants the money from the fight. He's going to lose. Who knows? He has to fight Deontay Wilder. I don't really want to watch that fight. It's going to happen. It's set in stone. So Bermane Stiverne and Wilder will fight. Wilder's not going to be fighting Joseph Parker anytime soon. Depending on the time he fights Bermane Stiverne, though, matters. If he fights Bermane Stiverne, say this next month or in July, 3 months, July, September, October, November or December, he could have another fight with someone. Deontay Wilder needs a big fight. As I said before, he should fight a UK fighter, probably Dillian Whyte. Reason being is Dillian Whyte is a WBC international champion. I don't know the ins and outs of the sanctioning bodies. If you're watching this video and you understand how it all works, drop it in the comments. What is the relevance of a WBC international champion? Because Deontay Wilder is the super champion, so what is the relevance of an international champion? It sounds pretty obvious, he's an international champion. How does that affect things? Because I know there's also a amateurist champion. Like, this is some new news. Klitschko is the amateurist champion for WBC. So they give rankings to people. You can be promoted to a regular champion depending on who you fight. Deontay Wilder needs a big fight, as I've said. He needs to fight someone in the UK. He should fight, after he fights Bermane Stiverne mandatory, get that out of the way, fight Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is a handful. I fancy his chances against Wilder. I don't think he will win, but I think it will be a very fun fight to watch. Interesting for fans, and in the interest of Wilder. If he comes to the UK and beats Deontay Wilder, no, if he comes to the UK and beats Dillian Whyte, then imagine if he beat him like 3 rounds, knocked him out in 3 rounds. People are going to start saying, oh, Deontay Wilder, he knocked out Dillian Whyte. Wow, he needs to fight AJ. AJ took about 8 rounds, 6 rounds to knock this guy out. Deontay Wilder is the man. Dillian Whyte after that, if Dillian Whyte was to beat Deontay Wilder, which is not that much of a far away thing, though I don't think he would. Say he was to beat him, puts him in a good position for a AJ Dillian Whyte rematch, which we enjoyed back then. I don't think AJ would take that fight since he's got Klitschko rematch also, and he's got Pulev mandatory. So he's not going to be fighting Dillian Whyte anytime soon. So it's better if Wilder was to win that. It puts him in a better position. Unification is what all the top heavyweights want. Joseph Parker has to fight Hughie Fury. It doesn't matter that he got injured. This fight will still happen. So whoever wins that will be able to move on to the next stage. Deontay Wilder is in a position where if he gets rid of Bermane Stiverne, fights him, gets rid of him, knocks him out, he can move on to someone else. Fighting a UK fighter at this time is especially in the heavyweight scene, is good. Let's face it, let's look. The heavyweight scene in the UK and UK boxing is buzzing right now. The UK is the place to be. Deontay Wilder, he needs a big fight. If he's gonna fight someone in the UK, there might be some kind of purse bid. Who's gonna get the fight in their country? I don't know who Deontay Wilder's manager is. I don't know if there's any promotional issues going on there. I think it's to do with the people that he fights. Deontay Wilder has fought a majority of bums. Yes, he has fought bums, but he's a very active champion. He fights 3 times a year, which in terms of actual fighting, that's good. The quality of his opponents, though, hasn't been that good. So from a fan's perspective, he's good to watch on YouTube on a highlight knockout reel, or if you're in Alabama and you get to see it live, it's good. After the fight, though, you don't really know about him, so he needs recognition. Even though he's a champion, he needs a recognition. He can't have a straight-up unification fight now, though he can plan things and have a high-profile, big payday fight by the end of the year, which I think Dillian Whyte would sell tickets. That fight would sell tickets, and it would be an exciting fight. I would want to watch that one. If I heard that, I'd be like, yeah, that's a good fight. So there's a lot of boxing politics, but I made this video to kind of break it down for anyone who's just confused. You'd have thought, why don't these champions just fight each other straight away? It's not as easy as that. Certain things are happening. Although I do think when 2 champions are able to fight each other, they should. When you are a champion, though, there are mandatories and situations which you get into. Look at Luis Ortiz. He's in a position where he hasn't really fought many times. He's fought most of his career in Cuba and in America. So he's not really known here, and his last performance in the UK have been quite boring. He's looked old and sluggish. So he hasn't got that hype, but he is a champion. He is the WBA champion, and AJ's got a special pass to duck him. Well, not duck him, but in some ways, kind of like he's ducking him. He doesn't have to fight him yet. He can fight Pulev first, or he can have that rematch with Klitschko. Klitschko's number 2 for WBC. He may deserve it, though, because of what he's done with AJ. So there's loads of different angles to what this is going on here. If you're a UK fan, who do you think Deontay Wilder should fight? When do you think he should? If he's gonna fight someone in the UK, who should he fight? I think it should be Dillian Whyte. What do you think? Or Tony Bellew, but Dillian Whyte would be a good fight because of the history, and yeah. Also, if you're a USA fan, what do you think of Deontay Wilder and his career? Your champion, what do you think about him? What is your opinion? It's your boy D-Vallo. Thank you for watching. Drop it in the comments. And I'm out.